What's up, fam? It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood, back on the IE Network. This is the Heaven Hollywood Report. And let's get to it. Shout out to my sponsor, in case you didn't know. It's icydk.blog. Make sure you check them out on mobile devices and the World Wide Web. Megan Thee Stallion. And if you, once again, if you are a member of Members Only, you would know this months ago. As I told everybody, when Megan Thee Stallion comes back, she's going to be totally redirected and rebranded. And that's exactly what she did. This is her first time speaking out since the trial in the case where they convicted Tory Lanez on 3 counts of felony, 3 felonies. I believe it was all felonies, or one may have been a misdemeanor or what have you. But they convicted on all 3 charges. That's the only thing that's important. This is her first time speaking out since then. Now, we did see her out. We saw her out at the Vanity Fair event. We saw her out at the Country Music Awards. And now, the first time she's speaking out, she's on the cover of Elle. She does her first interview with Elle Magazine. Now, I see a lot of people salty. A lot of black people have the nerve to be salty on social media. Talk about, why didn't she sit down with Essence? Why didn't she sit down with a black publication? I'll tell you why. Because black people have been the main ones dragging Megan Thee Stallion for 2.5 years. 2.5 years. And that's what her management and Desiree and all the people that they have working for them were doing. Jotting down everybody. Every publication that may have had a writer that put a disparaging post about Megan Thee Stallion. Essence may have had people in that work for Essence that was commenting about Megan online. May have been, you never know. You don't know who. I know for a fact, and I told y'all in Members Only, that Rock Nation has young people hired by them to sit on the internet and scout and browse through it all day and all night. And they were jotting down all of the negative comments people were making about Megan Thee Stallion. So why would she come back? As I told y'all in Members Only, when she came back, she's only messing with the people who were messing with her. So don't get mad now, because black people, the main people, and that's the people she was most hurt by, is her own people dragging her, insulting her, calling her a liar, calling her Marcus the horse and all this other stuff, calling her a man, calling her a transgender, calling her a liar, insulting her, saying, free Tory Lanez, they believe Tory, we ride with Tory. Megan's a liar. So why would she sit down and give them their time and give them an interview, a big interview like this? She did the exact thing that I told y'all she was going to do, rebrand and mess with who celebrates her. Here's some of the quotes from our interview with Elle. She was asked about her mindset about music during that time, and she said, the truth is that I started falling into a depression. I didn't feel like making music. And why would she? She goes on social media, on these platforms, and then she goes and hears people insulting her in the music, insulting her on social media. She also shared some words to anyone who faced violence. She said, for anyone who has survived violence, please know your feelings are valid. You matter. You are not at fault. You are important. You are not defined by your trauma. So she's giving out words of advice to people who may have faced the same thing. When the guilty verdict came on December 23rd, 2022, it was more than just vindication. For me, it was a victory for every woman who has been shamed, dismissed, and blamed a violent crime committed against them. Blamed for a violent crime committed against them. So this was should have been a victory for all women who's had a violent crime committed against them. But you've seen some women who had been assaulted in the past was against Megan and dragging Megan and defended Tory Lanez. Black women. So just imagine how she felt. Imagine how she feels, even though you hear people and you hear the opposing lawyer in court saying she got shot. And y'all was still saying, no, she's lying. These last few months I've been healing after being in such a dark place. The physical and mental scars from this entire ordeal will always sting. I spent the last few months off social media. She's pretty much saying she was just detoxing from what people were saying, just trying to get her mental health in order because she was in a dark place. And I can't even imagine and do not want to imagine what Megan Thee Stallion was feeling. Because this woman has said from day one she was shot. I'm excited to get back into music because I have been so transformed. See that? I'm playing around with new songs and new sounds that I can't wait for everyone to hear. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like when they be like, oh yeah, new sounds. I don't know what type of sounds you talk about, but hey, I'm rolling with it. Megan Thee Stallion, we're interested in hearing what you have in store. I'm glad to see you back out there, and I'm glad to see that my tea was confirmed. I don't want to call myself a victim as I reflect on the past 3 years. I view myself as a survivor because I have truly survived the unimaginable. Not only did I survive being shot by someone I trusted and considered a close friend, but I overcame the public humiliation, facts, of having my name and reputation dragged through the mud by that individual for the whole world to see. You tell him, Megan. I am here for it. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. Shout out to Elle Magazine. Y'all can go check out, the entire interview online. Megan Thee Stallion back fucking with who fucks with her, as she should. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network.